Good morning, students. My voice is audible. Yes. 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 Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the acknowledgement. Fine. Today is something like the case study that we are going to discuss. Case study is nothing but we are going to see a project, right? Before getting into that concern, I need to know the status of the projects given to you, right? I need everyone to type in the chat and convey what is the status of your project. I want everyone. Even if you have not incepted, just type, sir, I have not started. Ma'am, I have not started. Likewise, you have to convey it in the chat box now. So now I could able to see hardly 140 students are there in the classroom, right? I need response from each and everyone. What is the stage of your project work that has been assigned to you? Please start typing and posting in the chat. Waiting for your answers. So depending upon that, I will move today's session because today's session is purely uh, based upon project handling. So clearly mention, you can type sentence, right? Clearly mention what you did in your project. It must be understood by everyone. I think there is a message from Sriram. Project 2.0 was started. It could not be understood clearly by everyone. I think so. Better you can type what you did actually. I need everyone to type and post. Even if you have not initiated, sir or ma'am, I have not initiated. Okay, so Sriram have constructed the basic work and he went for upgradation also. Very good to see that. I want to see everyone to type like this. Kindly post your answers honestly. Venkatraman, working on it, sir. Finding APIs, learning about Spider. Very good. Studying about working with Android Studio. So not yet started the project. Right, very good. So these types of honest answers we are expecting. Yet to start. Very good. Yes, there is no hesitation to post your thing. No one will judge us by these things. I have just started the project work. Very good. Started writing algorithm. Very good. Even I could find students from Triple E department are having flavor to work with programming. Very good to see that. It to start learning PHP. Very good. Not yet started. Yet to start the project. Not yet started. Yes. Yet to start. Not yet started. Very good. See, we are expecting honest answers. We are no need to showcase anything, right? It won't be judgmental here. Good. Ethics will start from here, right? What you are going to earn through a lie, I don't know. Started to browse my project, got the idea to insert. Yes, not yet started. Very good. It to start. Yes, fine. Please post your answers, right? So because your entries will be analyzed, how can we help further? Yes. So most of the answers are ready to convey about not yet started. Yes, please go ahead. So I want to advise the students here, right, that we are living in a competitive world. In that case, how will you showcase yourself that you are ready for market, you are ready for the job market, right? For how can you forecast that? Mere doing certifications or getting bundles and bundles of certificates will not help you. Just to do a project that will exhibit you what you have actually, right? So that's what I want to suggest here. Students who have not yet started, no worries, just start it from today, right? I will show you some simple demo here. Likewise, you start your work. Through that, you could be able to do wonders. So don't worry about that. I have not made anything till now. You can, right? You have lap or desktop in your home. Just you can start doing those things. No need to worry about that, right? But I'll tell you, mere certifications will not make you to ready for job market. Do the project, store the project in your GitHub, exhibit that. So I did something on the work. So that can be identified very easily. What's your flavor on the project? Okay. So good to know that. So I found I think 100 plus students have responded for the answers. Good to see that. Okay. So let us get into today's session. How we are going to work with file handling depending upon the projects, right? So while you are going to commence the project phase in Java, you have to try with the file handling only at first, because if I am going to work with application based projects, that means I want to store some data, I want to retrieve some data. In that case, the first phase will be helpful as a separate component, as a separate data structure is nothing but a file. Okay. So in the last 8 sessions, you have come across most of the file programming based concept. How can I use that concept and build a simple project? Even I have already posted these things in my GitHub itself. You can refer the code, take the code from that, execute and see, and you can from that you can scratch and do something on that, right? Related to your work. No need to worry about that, right? Even I could be able to see still students are posting answers about their status of project, right? It's good to see that, right? Parallelly, you can listen the session also by posting your comment. So what could be today's session is concentrating with. So I am going to create a student records database using file handling. Okay. So I'm going to store the students data details, right? So it has to come like some menu. Based upon that menu, I have to store the data. Likewise, the project has been designed. Okay. So don't worry about that. The code will be available in my GitHub, so you can take it from there and you can execute and see, and you can use that code to scrap for your work. Okay, so likewise you can proceed. Okay, first at least you execute this simple project and move forward, right? That's my kind advice. Still, people who have not incepted their work, right? Okay, so how to start this work? Okay, so I'll show you something called bottom-up approach in software engineering. We'll be learning that in software engineering we'll have a bottom-up approach. So normally top-down approach is the one which will be followed in the development life cycle. Here I'll be showing you bottom-up because someone have developed all those things already. Still, why we want to scrap the thing from that? We have to move forward. Don't need to start from the scratch. We can do what's available. By that we could able to build it upon, right? What are all the things that you have learned? From that you do the work. That's enough. Okay. So I want to add records in the database. So this could be a basic algorithm, right? Algorithm is not something like that you have to write in pseudocode. So before you are going to insert the project work, have some algorithm with you, right? What you are going to do, because it could be like a streamlined path. It should not be like, so this I can do, that I can do. Likewise, you could not be able to deviate from your path. First, list out your requirements, what you are going to do. Already you have been given a title, right? In this title, within the limitation of this title, what are all the things I can do? Likewise, you have to write it in the paper. Okay. For every step, whatever the requirement. So every requirement, you try to create an algorithm, right? For every requirement, you try to create an algorithm. Okay, algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure to solve the particular requirement. Okay, for a given project title, you wrote some 10 requirements. For every requirement, you try to write the algorithm. That could be the initial stage to proceed with the work. Already I have mentioned you put a separate note for using as a project work notebook. Anyway, you will be working with some mini project in your third year. This type of scratch work will be helpful for you to move with industry leading marketed products based upon AI, ML, DL, right? VR, AR. So likewise, you could be able to move forward. That's the reason why. So every requirement must be converted into a algorithm. That's what has been done here. It could be, see, by observing these points, you say you could be able to consider it's very silly, right? But it's not like that. Every statement can be converted into a programming statement later stage. So no need to worry about that. Might be we are very good in programming, but are we doing the programming in a professional way, right? For all those things, this algorithm would be helpful. So how to come for the algorithm? List out the requirements. What are all the things that I want to do? For this project work, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add records. I'm going to display records. I'm going to delete records. Okay, so everything that I'm going to do. So likewise, I have listed some requirements. For every requirement, I wrote an algorithm. So this requirement is nothing but I want to add records into the database. So here database is nothing but my file, right? I'm not going to use any SQL or Oracle or any other Access or Excel, any other databases. I am going to use my file, right? The normal text file I am going to use. Okay. So this could be the basic algorithm to add my record. So what I'm going to do, I have to open the file. I have to read data from the user. That means receiving input from the user. The received input will be stored into the file. Finally, I have to close the file. For every statement, you have to write a program. That's all. That will create you a wonderful function that will make you to do this. Okay. Next, algorithm for displaying records. Okay. Already some content is available in the file. So open the file. Read data from the file. Right. So you could be able to, I think, might be yesterday MCQ has been posted right like that. I need to check for -1, nothing but end of the file. Still end of the file, I have to read data from the file. So I could be able to print data on the screen, right? Here you can customize this, right? I'll tell you a future. How can you customize? For the given data, you have to read data from the file. For example, I am going to supply a roll number. For that roll number, you bring me the data. Or I am going to supply a mobile number. For this mobile number, you bring me the data. Likewise, you can customize this algorithm while you are going to display. Here I have given you only the skeleton, right? So instead of that, you can customize this algorithm further and you can make your functionality to be something broader, right? So that's also, I want to stretch it upon here. So finally, the data is visible in your monitor screen. That's what, print the data on the screen. In your console, you could be able to see the output. Finally, I'm going to close the file. So the important operation, what we are learning in the file, if you want to do any operations over on the file, primary operations are, I have to open the file, I have to do the operation, I have to close the file. These things are mandatory whenever we are going to work with a file handling. See, students, for every unit, you can do a project. By doing that project, you could be completely familiarized with the concepts involved in that particular unit. Right? That's the reason why project work has been given as an initial phase itself. Right? So, practicing more number of projects will make you more stronger on problem solving phase. That's the thing job market is expecting. Are you very good in problem solving? Right? So if you are very good in problem solving, how can you get the nature of the problem solving? By doing more number of projects only, right? So that's what the case. By studying theoretically, you can't, you will get marks, right? But apart from that, by doing practical work only, you could be able to yield it, right? So already I have supplied you the laboratory manual for you, right? I think you could be able to take it from the classwork of our classroom, from our Google Classroom itself. How many of you are doing the things parallelly? I don't know, right? So do it. Those things also will help you to mold you in the particular programming language, right? So till now we have seen how to add records, how to display records, how to clear the records, right? So what I have to do here, you could be able to see the logic. The logic is available in the second line. What is it content? Overwrite the database file with a blank file, right? So I am overwriting empty content with the existing content. That's it. You got it? Overwriting the existing content with the blank content. So that's the thing going to happen. So this could be the screenshot. Don't worry, I'll show you the code also. Right? So I'm having this could be like a menu, right? So in the switch case, you can have this menu 1, 2, 3, 4. These options can be displayed, right? Add records, display records, clear all records. Let's see. For every case, you can write a function. Already you know function, right? For adding a record, you can write a function. For display records, you can write a function. For clear records, you can write a function. Exit, that could be your default case in the switch, right? So I am ready to receive my inputs, and you could be able to see, and you can put whatever you have learned in the previous chapters along with it. You know how to receive the input as a string, father's name, the student name, father's name, mother's name, address, class, date of birth, right? This is the place. Can you use date as a corresponding content? Date as a corresponding content, right? Can you use a data type for date? Think over on it, right? You could be able to customize and use it. Otherwise, if you want to process only as a string, you can, right? But you have the advantage when you are going to use the date of birth as a data type itself, right? That you can use. The one more option I will tell you, you can use as the object also there. How? Create a class for a database, date of birth. In that you are having 3 fields, date, month and year. Everything can be accessed via a single object. That is also being focused over on that. Just remember your C, right? In the structure, you will write nested structure, right? So the same way. So in the class, you can create a nested class so that you could be able to give it as an object also. Because date can be created as a built-in data type towards this project, or you could use it as a user-defined object also by writing a nested class. That is also possible. Next one is age. That's an integer, right? Telephone number. See that 10 digits are coming. What is the data type I will use, right? These types of learnings will come in the corresponding content. After entering detail, it is showing a message. Records are added successfully. Again, it is showing the menu. See that? You want to continue. It's asking. So ultimately, they have mentioned a do while loop here. Some task is happening. After that, it is checking the condition, right? So they are using a do while menu. See, this is the way of bottom up approach. From the output, we are ready to write the code now, right? That's what bottom up approach. So they are doing some process. After that, it is raising a question. So the condition is checking over there. Ultimately, it is do while only. Here we are learning about do while, right? So what does the purpose of the do while? Even though condition is true or false, it will execute at least once. That is what the term that we are ready to mention here. Next, so we are going to again, it is making me to give the option. So what I'm going to do, I want to display the records. What are all the records are available? I'm giving my choices to, it is displaying the content, right? So this is the way of observing the content and traveling reverse to make the context to be completely achieved. See, I am writing the main method, right? Now we are getting into the programming. I am writing the main method. So in the main method, I am calling a class called student records. I am creating an object. By that, I am calling the menu, right? I am calling the menu for a class. I have created an object. Using that object, I am accessing the function show menu. You know what is the menu is, right? The menu is here. To display this menu, what I have to write? This could be the code, right? It is ready to show the code. So what it is showing, it need to display something, right? That is the reason why everything has been given within the print statement. Add records, display records, I have given /n. So what does it mean? It has to come in the subsequent lines. So it is ready to show you as a menu, right? Next, I am going to get input from the user, right? What I have used, I am use a integer dot parsing. I am using wrapper class here. Remember that. Converting the data type along with the typecasting. Br dot read line. What is this br? All these menus are written in one class. I'll show you. Here. This is the student records class. So in this class, I am having these 4 functions, 5 functions. So main method already we have seen. Show menu only now we are discussing. So here I have declared a buffered reader. This is the way of getting input again, right? So already you must be familiar with the scanner class. Like this is also a way that you could be able to get input from the user. I think the sessions hosted by Gayatri ma'am and Shamni ma'am that you could be able to remember that. Buffered reader, it is ready to read the content via input stream reader through a input device that has been mentioned in system.in, right? So buffered reader and input stream reader. Through this BR, I could able to get the input. It has been mentioned as static. What does it mean? It will ready to remember what it has received. That is the reason of this static keyword here along with that. And moreover, I could able to use it like in the freelance if I'm going to use it as a static keyword, right? So these are all the functions of this class, student records. So in the main method, we have created the object, and using that object, I have accessed the show menu. In the show menu, we have seen a variable br. What is that br? It is used to receive the input from the user. For the purpose only, this br has been given, right? Remember. Now you will come to show menu, right? Br dot read line. We are ready to read the content. So my choice will get into the switch. Which is my choice? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The reason I will receive as a string here. That is the reason why br dot read line. That will be converted into integer. That is what integer dot parsing. So whatever the input that I am receiving to stream, that will be mapped as a string only. That must be converted into the corresponding data type. That is the reason why I am using the wrapper class to convert a string into integer, right? That could be the case here. So that integer will be posted. So that will be cross-verified. Which option need to be executed? Add records, read records, clear, as well as system.exit.on to come out of the loop. If I'm going to give any other choice apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, it will convey me invalid choice, right? And I suggest to you students that you have to learn software testing also here. How if my project need to work for all inputs, right? So that is the case that you need to give. Whatever the input that you are ready to convey, you have to customize this. Even you can customize this show menu option even in a perfect way compared to me. How? See, it is receiving a input 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Suppose I am going to give an input A, what it will respond. Suppose if I am going to give an input some special character, what it will respond. Suppose I am going to press enter, double enter during the time of input, what it need to respond. Everything you can customize. I am going to give you a 10-digit number as a input for choice, what it need to respond. Likewise, you can do all sort of validations. That is the important point here. Validations can be done while you are going to write the code itself. That will give you whatever the input is being supplied towards your project, it will respond, right? It will not say I don't know, or it will not throw any exception, right? So if any type of input is going to be given, your project must be ready to handle. Either it will process the input and it will give you the answer, else it will process the input and it will convey you this is the proper input that you need to insert. So likewise, you have to give the proper messages and the proper handling mechanisms when different types of inputs are going to be given. These are all the additional layers you can use it for this show menu, right? I will show you the basic code, but you can incorporate further. Okay, I would be happy that if someone has, sir, I have executed this and this is the screenshot. If you are ready to share in our WhatsApp group, that I'm very happy to see that. Right. Next one is add records. Right, from the menu we are going over the add records. I think the fonts will be very small, but try to adjust with that because we are ready to read more number of content. Right. What is the concept I'm using here? Print writer. Print writer. Right. print writer and buffered writer. What is the file concept I have used in the reading data from the keyboard? I have used buffered reader and input stream reader system.in. That could be the one which will ready to contact through my keyboard, right? See that for any device you have a buffer. I have mentioned you while I'm going to convey with the topic of streams, right? For any device you have a buffer. Likewise for printer also we have a buffer. So from file, data is written into the buffer that could be handled via the object PW, right? Now I am having the string. See that you could able to see string name, class, F name, M name, address, DOB. These are all the strings that I have used in the program. Next, age. What could be the age? That will be given as integer. See the data type. Long as the data type I have used. Do I have anything to change with this? Do I have anything to change with this? Right? So you can think it over time. Yeah. Right? Date of birth I have given is a string. Already I have conveyed you a feed here. Could I able to move with a different type of data here? Right? Either can I use for a date or can I use a nested class, right? Inner class, right? So you could able to think over on that. And I'm using the data type Boolean also, right? So see that Boolean. So I'm using a variable add more. By default is going to serve as false. What is the purpose of that add more variable? You will see it later while you are going to move it. See, as per our conversation, you could able to see that I am using a do while, right? In the do while, what I am going to do? I am receiving the input from the user by using the BR object. See that using the BR, using the buffered reader, what I have shown you in the main class, right? Through the BR, I am reading the name, father's name, mother's name, address, corresponding class, date of birth, age. While I am going to read the age, you could able to see that because the age is also in the stream, age is also being received as a string only that will be converted into corresponding data type. Okay, so here integer is being converted. Next, telephone number. So here that is also the same thing, right? Parse long. So I am reading a string only. From string I am converting into a corresponding integer, corresponding long. Okay, long integer. So I have received all the inputs and I have stored in the corresponding variables. Now using the print writer object, I am going to write data into the corresponding file. What is the name of the file? studentrecords.txt. See in the second line, studentrecords.txt. So there I have stored whatever the contents I have received. After storing the content, what is the message I will get? Records added successfully. Do you want to add more or not? So I will supply yes or no, y or n. Okay, y or n. Now this is the place where the role of Boolean variable will come. This is a professional way of handling the inputs, right? This is a very good way. See that I am reading the input again. Why? Because I am going to supply y or n. Okay, yes or no. That will be received. Someone will press y, someone will press capital Y, someone will press small y. In that case, what will happen? If it is going to be small y, what will happen? It is going to be capital Y. That is the reason why in string you have learnt a method called equals ignore case, either small y or capital Y, whatever may be. That's going to be true. What is the variable? Add more. Add more is a Boolean variable. By default it was set as false. If it is going to be true means what will happen? While of true. While of true means the loop will iterate. Okay. The loop will iterate. It is ready to receive the next record. It is ready to receive the next student record, right? So if not, what will happen? It is ready to store false. Okay. By default it is going to be the false one. While of false means the loop will terminate. The do while loop will terminate. So I am closing the print writer stream. Again it is showing the menu. That is the reason why show menu function was called here. So see that show menu function was called here. That means after doing all the operations related to add records functionality, it will show menu again. Right? It will show menu again. That is the reason why here you could able to see that After entering all the data, it is showing us the menu again. So show menu has to be called here. So this functionality has to be called here again, so that I could able to give my next input, right? This could be the way to add records into the file. So we have added record into the file, right? So this could be the functionality. Now read records. How to read data from the file, right? You know how to write data from the write data into the file. Now read data from the file. So how to do that? So again, here we are using buffer reader and file reader. These are all enough. Buffer reader and file reader, because for file we have a buffer. There for print writer we have a buffer. Here for file we have a buffer. So from student records.txt, data will come into the buffer. From that, using the file object, I could able to render the data. That's all. That is the simplest mechanism to read data from the file. So here I have declared the variable name, and I'm initializing I equal to 1. So you now can you able to understand the why? So what is the thing I am going to read? The corresponding name need to be available in the record. If I am going to supply that, the corresponding data will be retrieved. And what is the difference between the way of writing data into the file, writing data into the console? Here you could able to see I have used PW, print writer object, in the add records. So that using print writer object, I am writing data into the file. Here you could able to see that by using system.out.println, because it is ready to communicate with my console to the blank screen, right? To the black screen console in the monitor, that the following contents will be displayed using that file object, right? So till it is going to iterate, the records are going to be displayed. Again, you have to observe here, show menu option has been given over there. Show menu, right? Please remember, show menu option has been given over there. So by that, what you could understand, again the menu will be displayed even after read records functionality also, right? Clear, right? Clear. So what does it mean? It is going to replace completely, right? Clear. It is going to replace completely. So you have copied again the show menu functionality also here. Don't worry about that. Clear. In the print writer, I am going to flush it off, right? I am going to flush it off. So that's what create a blank file. So whenever I am going to access. So what does it mean? It is going to create a new student records.txt. What does it mean? The data available in the file will be replaced with the empty file again. That is the reason why I am creating the file again. Okay, please remember, I am creating the file again. So that could be the basic idea, right? So again, I am displaying it. So the reason to give that much very big number is wait for some time. That is the reason why. Okay, and this could be the complete organization of the program. So all the, see, this is a template. I have not used as it is. This is a template. So you can bridge everything into this student records. The main which is available, what I have shown you first. This could be the one which will trigger all the functionalities. Okay, so that's the basic idea to work with the project, and I will show you some more projects also. Even we will discuss tomorrow also regarding working with these types of complete project. So in these locations, you could be able to find out 2 projects also. Again, we will discuss in tomorrow's session. But I understood that you are going to do something to scratch from this section. Okay, so what are all the upgrades you can do for this? Okay, here I have used a text file, right? Why don't you try with the Excel? Okay? Why don't you try with the Excel? So try for that. Why don't you try with by creating a table in a Word document? Okay, so that type of alternative content you could be able to try with it. Why don't you try with Google shared sheets? Okay, so it could be a Excel sheet, or it could be a document file, right? Or it could be a rich text format, whatever it may be. So you could be able to project your idea from this disk. This is a simple one that could be able to move forward, right? So now you could have the provision to move forward with your project, right? So that could be the idea behind this. So if you have any queries, now post in your chat. I will answer for your clarifications. Still again tomorrow we will see one more project. Okay. So I need questions from you. What? So if you have any thing to proceed further, sir, whether it can be done like this or whether it can be moved forward like this, or I have stuck in a place to move forward. Likewise, you can post your questions here. So this could be this could be a session for complete case study. I have shown you a project, right? So by that you could be able to proceed and move forward. As well as we have observed that still people have to submit assignments. Submit it ASAP. We are going to launch the third assignment soon. Any clarifications further? Post your clarifications in the chat.